You know that feeling, right? That feeling of waiting for the perfect moment to start something really important? Well, today we're going to tackle that feeling head on. We're diving into the myth of readiness, this idea that we're somehow never quite prepared for the things that matter most.
Seriously, take a second. What's that one big idea you're still waiting to start? That project, that creative leap, the thing you've put on hold. We've all got one. That thing we tell ourselves we'll get to someday, when all the stars magically align.
Here's the thing we're going to explore today. That feeling of waiting for just the right moment, it's not just a harmless delay. It's a trap, a total trap that's actively working against you. So let's get right into it. Section 1, the not ready yet trap. This is that incredibly common feeling of standing at the starting line, seeing the whole track laid out in front of you, but feeling like your shoes are glued to the ground. And that little voice in your head, oh man, it's so convincing, isn't it? I just need to read one more book, or I'll be ready right after I take this one last course. But the crazy thing is, as soon as we get a little closer, that finish line for ready, it just moves. It's this endless cycle that keeps our best ideas locked away. But here's where we need to make a really critical shift in our thinking. Waiting isn't passive. It's an active choice. It's actually a form of self-sabotage, and that's what we're going to dig into next. This has a name, actually. It's called self-imposed deferral. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a barrier we build all by ourselves. It's rooted in this completely mistaken belief that we're not prepared for the challenge. We think it's a shield, but really, it's a cage. And here's the cost, laid out as plainly as possible. On one side, you've got all your potential, your dormant capabilities, your unexpressed self. And on the other side, you've got the lock we put on it, the sabotage of saying, I'm not ready yet. And the result? Well, everything just stays perpetually unfinished. So the big question is, why? Why do we do this to ourselves? What are the psychological drivers making us do this? Let's dig into this idea of our unfinished self to really get to the roots of this behavior. When you really get down to it, this whole thing is powered by a few key psychological traps. First, we're chasing this myth of a finished self, some future version of us that's finally perfect. We're also held back by a huge one, the fear of judgment. And then there's the illusion of a perfect starting point. And of course, we use perfectionism like a shield, to avoid the messy, imperfect reality of just doing the work. And this is the ultimate consequence, isn't it? When we constantly put things off, we don't just delay our projects, we delay becoming who we're meant to be. Our identity gets all wrapped up, not in what we do, but in what we are always about to do. And man, that is a heavy weight to carry. But here is the good news. We can absolutely dismantle this barrier. So right now, we're going to shift from the problem to the solution. It's a really powerful mindset change that helps us move from waiting to actually doing. Let's just say it as plainly as possible. The entire concept of being ready before you can take action, it's a myth. It's the core belief we have to challenge and, honestly, just throw away. This right here is the heart of it all. Readiness isn't something that just magically shows up one day. It's the byproduct of action. You don't get ready and then act. You act, and in doing so, you become ready. Competence, confidence, clarity. All of it comes after you take that first step. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we break the cycle? It really comes down to 3 steps. First, just calmly acknowledge the feeling. Notice it's there, but don't let it be the boss. Second, get decisive. Choose one small, definitive action. Not the whole gigantic thing, just the very next step. And third, and this is the boldest move of all, you have to move before you feel ready. Yep, take that step while the uncertainty is still there. So here's the fundamental shift we all need to make. We've been taught that action is the result of all our preparation. But the truth is, action is the preparation. It's the engine. It's what drives everything else forward. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Forget about needing more time or more skill for just a second. If you simply decided right here, right now, that you are already ready enough to begin, what is the one action you would take today?